situation. Oh my gosh. Joseph, we're going back, we're listening to this. I have to ask you, the autopsy report was released yesterday, and there's a lot to discuss. What are some of the things that you've learned after reviewing that report?
Well, I think one of the most striking things for me out of, all of the data that's contained in there is I think I'd have to go to Bella's. That's the oldest child. When we consider it, the child has got a ruptured or, as they say, a lacerated frenulum, which is the little connective tissue between your gum and your upper lip, and also lower as well. Little abraded areas in here. And she's bitten her tongue. And this gives us an indication that she was smothered, not suffocated, not strangled, but smothered. And in my opinion, Daddy, if I can use that term for this man, placed his hand over her little mouth and nose as she's struggling to survive, and she fought back. That's why all of this is torn to shreds, and I think that paints a real picture of the horror and the
talk more about it. Joseph, I want to focus now on the autopsy report with Shanann Watts. What did you discover in particular when that report was released about the way that she died?
Relative to Shanann, what we did find is, if folks at home will kind of find the center right here, where your thyroid cartilage is in this area, your trachea, she had a focal area of hemorrhage in what's referred to as a strap muscle. It's kind of a muscle that runs diagonally through here on the right aspect, to a lesser degree on the left side, but very focalized in this area, which gives us an indication that she was probably what we refer to as C-clamped or throttled. C-clamp is a single hand, throttled or both hands. Some people have proposed that she had been killed while she was asleep. I'm unclear. And there's not much of a struggle. She doesn't have defensive injuries and all that sort of thing. But what is very important here is that this cartilage in here has potential to fracture. There is no fracturing that took place. This area that we examined very closely at autopsy, it just displays this kind of overlying hemorrhage. So my thought is that sufficient amount of force was applied by Chris Watts to her throat in a very short order. Some people have talked about it took 2 to 3 minutes for her to die. I don't know about that. I think that she probably passed out relatively quickly. He would have had to have continued to apply pressure for a little while in order to achieve anoxia, and then finally she would have succumbed from lack of oxygen supply to the brain. There's no particular hemorrhages either. I think I've seen a lot of chatter on the internet about this. That is the soft areas in the eye. You get these little pinprick hemorrhages. You guys probably hear about that on TV and that sort of thing. And I'm kind of struck by this, thinking about the kids here. Mm-hmm. She's a pregnant lady. She's got 2 other babies in the house. I call them babies. And she's not fighting. I want to know what the circumstances were, where these little girls were during all of this. She's dressed for bed. When you look at the autopsy report, she's wearing a T-shirt, a pair of underwear. It's not like she got off of the plane in Denver, came home, and they got into a fight after, and she's still in a business suit or something.
Yeah.
She's prepared for bed.